Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ and this is my first weekly junk tap video, and in this series I will always show all the loot that I get each week, and one might not consider all my loot a junk or something like that, but the reason for calling this series a junk tap is because I gather all the items from all the bosses, all the monsters and all Slayer into one single tap in my bank. So in this video I will show you all the loot that I got in the past week, and I will probably also show you some screenshots. However, I'm recording this live at the moment, so I don't know how good the screenshots are gonna be, and probably for the next episodes I'm going to try to make some clips, but this week's episode is mainly going to consist of me showing my loot and only showing some screenshots. So let's go straight to the bank. So I'll open the bank and here you can see my junk tab. And there aren't that many items this week because I've been quite busy. But as you can see, I've completed one full crystal triskelion. And then there is some dragon hides. I think this is from the King Black Dragon. And I was killing the King Black Dragon obviously for the final boss title. Then there is some magic logs. This is mainly from Araxor. And then there is some Sirenic scales from Araxor. And as you can see, I have two dragon longswords, and the reason for having two dragon longswords is that I was killing the chaos elemental as well. So I killed 100 chaos elemental during this week, and I actually got one dragon two-handed sword from the chaos elemental, and the second one I got from a guy that I PK'd when I was doing the chaos elemental. So it was kind of fun actually to do chaos elemental, because I managed to kill probably like maybe 10, 15, even 20 people while I was doing it, because a lot of people go there with only polypore staff, and I had my average warbands gear, so it was easy to PK a lot of people. I also have some ores here, and the ores are mainly from Araxor, and there are also some ores that I got from the Spring Cleaner, and I'm using the Spring Cleaner when I go to Ascension Dungeon, and the reason for that is because I don't want to pick up any loot, so it's really relaxing to use the Spring Cleaner, and it adds up some additional profit for each hour. So there are just some Ascension keys from there, then there is the 4 onyxes that I got from Araxor, and some battle staves. And I also went to the General Creator this week, and here are just some bones from that. And yeah, I think this is mainly it. Yeah, the palm tree seeds over here, these are actually just from the Chaos Elemental, so this is a rare drop table loot and I got it from there. And then there are some mole pieces, and I just got this when I was doing some mole for my daily task from the Reaper, and I was also doing it for the final boss. And then there is some onyx bolts, and okay, let's finally go to the cash tag. So I did duo Kalphite King, and I did it with my friend Oldak, and he actually just convinced me to go there. I wasn't really wanting to go there, but we went there. We only did a couple of kills, like 5, maybe 6 kills, and we got Trigor split. And I think it was a Trigor rapier. I will show a screenshot to you here. And I didn't get the drop myself, so Oldak got the drop. But either way, I got 28 million from that. So yeah, let's just sell all this loot and I will show you how much my junk tab is worth this week. So while I'm showing this clip of me selling my junk tab just with fast forward, I want to talk about a little bit about this series. So during the series I will most likely have some kind of small side goals, and that's just going to happen mainly around the Reaper thing, and it's mainly going to happen just around the final boss title as well. So for example, if I get a God Wars boss task, if I get for example General Creator, I'm not gonna go to God Wars dungeon just to kill 13 General Creator. I'm gonna go there and kill 150 General Creator. So my Reaper tasks are going to give me some kind of a backbone to go to different type of bosses, and this is really nice because I don't want my loot tab to only consist of QBD and maybe Araxor or something like that. So it's gonna have more bosses than just those bosses. And on the same time I will also work on my final boss title, which means that I will have to do some weird monsters as well, such as the Galphite Queen. Obviously those bosses won't really add up much to my price check, so those weeks where I do a lot of those smaller bosses are going to have slightly less loot than the other weeks. And if I have only very little loot, for example next week, I won't make an episode, so I might condense 2 weeks into one episode, because if the loot tab is too small, it's not really interesting. But I think if the loot tab is over like 40 million, I can easily make a video on it, and it's still somewhat interesting, I suppose. But like said, for the future videos, I'm trying to show you some clips that I record with Fraps rather than showing the screenshots. But I kind of didn't have the recording program on when I got all this loot, so I just quickly took a screenshot. Also notice that I didn't get the best price for all items, because I didn't want to try to get the best price for items that I only have small amount of. I did try to check the prices for the a bit bigger ticket items, so for example for the onyxes I did some testing, as you might see in my clip. But I noticed that I've become a bit lazier with selling items, since I'm getting quite a lot loot from all the monsters that I kill, so I don't always go and try to get the best price for each and every item. Finally, you will see over here me doing my Crystal Triskelion key, and as you can see the loot isn't really great, adds up to be a bit more than 200k. But let's go back to the live recording. So now I have sold all the items that I have acquired in the past week, and it wasn't a full week though, so we made 55.5 million in loot this week, but I started the week on Saturday, so hopefully next week I will be able to make a bit more money than that. But if you enjoy this weekly junk tab video idea, I hope that you leave a like to this video and leave a comment about it. But other than that, I thank you for watching this video, and I'll most likely see you next week with this series, and I'll see you later with my next video.